Hi, we're My Morning Jacket, and you're watching Boing Boing Video.
I'm Jim, and I play guitar and sing.
I'm Patrick, and I play the drums.
Yeah, we've known each other since 4th grade. We have the same birthday. I'm 4 minutes older.
Did you guys have beards back then? No?
We did. We came out with beards.
I think that's what it was that drew us together.
Yeah.
We were the only 4th graders with beards.
Yep.
Still going back to my childhood way. Oh.
I'm Tom Blankenship, and I play bass guitar.
Other than Jim, you're the oldest. You've been in the band the longest.
I'm the oldest living human being on the planet.
How old are you now?
135.
You're 135 years old?
Wow.
Looking good, baby.
Thanks.
My name's Carl Bramwell. I play guitar, sing, sax, pedal steel, pour espresso shots in the morning.
Barista extraordinaire.
I'm Bo Coster. I've been in love with the piano since I was 5, and even if somebody sits down and tinkles the piano, I get excited.
Since Bo and Carl joined the band, this has been the longest lineup of the band ever since it's been around. And they just totally opened up a whole new galaxy. A lot of my favorite musicians are schooled, but the school didn't destroy their creative brain. Bo and Carl have both had quite a bit of schooling. They brought a really great essence to us where we could look at problems we were having sometimes via their knowledge of actual notes and actual chord voicings and things that you're talking about that I'm like, I want it to sound pink, or I want it to sound purple.
Bo and Carl brought less nicknames to different parts of our songs.
Now we adopted the nicknames.
Now
we talk in metaphors.
Exactly. You know, I'm still grateful and appreciative to the other members who were in the band in the beginning, but to me, this is the band.
we talk about recording in a studio versus recording where you guys chose to record, which was at a church?
So our first 3 records we made at our studios, and then we made Z at a place called Alaire Studios, which is in upstate New York, which was amazing because it was a real proper studio, but it was also in this crazy mansion, so you were still dealing with unconventional spaces. It wasn't like your typical thing. And then doing Evil Urges, we kind of wanted to, we were like, okay, we've never been in a quote-unquote real studio. Let's go to a real studio and just see how that impacts us. When you're in a real studio that's already been predetermined by all these scientific guidelines, you're kind of living under somebody else's roof. So for us, it's so much more fun to live under your own roof. You know, so for this record, when we went to this crazy church gymnasium, we're like tearing apart tents and putting them over the drum set and wrapping sleeping bags around them and doing all this stuff to change the sound, you know, and moving and changing
pianos
stuff.
from room to room. It's more fun that way.
It's kind of like your own guerrilla space, and you're trying to fight for whatever sound you want. It therefore becomes your sound because nobody else has that sound.
We didn't have kind of creature comforts at all either. Just a nice break. There was no wireless internet happening. There was no air conditioning in the summer too. So those sort of things just sort of snap you out of your normal reality. Like, I'm used to being comfortable all the time, and then you're like playing. You're like, you know, fuck, I'm just covered in sweat. Send somebody out for some, you know, iced coffees. Like, you can't do that. We didn't have somebody for that. So that's a good place to be in, just like out of the ordinary.
Do you guys write songs while you're traveling?
I've always wanted to be more constructive with road time in terms of songwriting and recording, but I don't know why, it's just really tough. I get little snips that pop in my brain that I save them on my cell phone voice recorder just to not forget the idea, but the days on tour, it's strange because they're pretty busy, but there's also a lot of downtime, but somehow, I guess, I don't know if it's the emoting you did the night before or whatever, like the last thing you really want to do is like sit around and play guitar all day when you're going to play guitar all night. So it's kind of a strange vacuum.
I think you just got an idea for one right there and you didn't even know it. You just start out, your solo album should be called Snips. And there should just be like tiny little bitty snips.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go, you just got it right there.
I watched the piece you did in Louisville. Did you guys talk about that, what that concert meant to you?
Whenever you put out a new record, it's like obviously a huge new chapter, you know, a new page being turned. And, starting out at home like that, I feel like it's just kind of, I don't know, it just makes sense. I mean, that's where we started from. Plus the place we played, the Palace, is just epically beautiful, you know, similar vein as this.
My good word. My good word. My good word. Power. They didn't know how it worked. They didn't know that for me. They shall inherit the earth. You should work. You should work.
thing about these old theaters that's just never fails to amaze me is how different they all are inside. Like they're all just like unbelievable. Thank God they don't build them like this anymore. You know,
Yeah.
what a waste
That'd be a
of time.
travesty.
Taste the wall paint on my tongue as it's dripping with my sweat. Place my gaze in the future's past, seeing things that ain't come yet. Want to watch the finish, even though it ain't lies to come. Want to watch the finish, in the image, setting sun, setting sun.
Can we talk record collections?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all really big vinyl fans. I mean, we've got a huge vinyl collection at home, and it's one of the great things about touring is going to so many different record shops and just being inspired. Oftentimes something will catch your eye and you'll take it to the counter and they'll be like, oh my God, if you like that, you gotta have this and this and this.
That never happens in the digital realm. You're never going through Amazon and stumbling upon something like that. And that's the problem with like Google and all the search engines nowadays, is that they tailor make their searches for you, and they try to basically homogenize your taste.
Track you.
Yeah, and track you and homogenize it, refine it, and make it even more specific. And that never happens. You never stumble upon something. I mean, you stumble upon something that you're supposed to stumble upon.
For me, vinyl is home and digital is the road. Like, I love being on the road and being able to have my hard drive filled with just all sorts of music that I can reference at any point. And when I'm at home and I want to sit and listen to something in high quality with great speakers and, you know, put on vinyl.
The obligatory question to ask is about file sharing.
Yeah, I think it all comes down to like responsibility and conscience. You know, like I feel like if you're leading a good life and you're putting food on the table and you're keeping a roof over your family's head and everybody's got health insurance, then please buy our record. But if our country is too messed up to know that it's the right thing to provide people with health insurance and make it an option, you know, it's not some crazy agenda, you know, it's called a public option. Like, just make it happen. Yeah, because if my friends can't afford the health insurance, please steal music from the internet all day long. But at the same time, there is a responsibility, because if you do have money and you can buy records, then you should buy records if you want to see your favorite bands to keep making records.
Tonight I heard Preservation Hall Jazz Band is going to join you. Could you give the audience a little intro, a little understanding of what that's all about?
I was lucky enough to be invited to come sing with them in the hall. So I flew down to New Orleans and met the guys, met Ben, and being in that room is such an emotional place to be. I mean, you just feel, you know, like I just tell people it's like the music has literally been blowing the paint off the walls in there forever. You know, you walk into that place and it's like melting with music and ghosts, and it's just crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your dining pleasure, the Preservation Hall Jazz Band. All the way from New Orleans, just for you.
Is timeless, and they're carriers of this torch. You know, it's not throwback music, it's not old music, it's like, you know, our music. It's like the people's music. It's so full of life, it's so fun. See us and people that listen to us know how grateful we are for them, you know, because we can play in our basement all day long, but without fans that buy music and come to shows and stuff, the whole thing is pointless. For us, touring and playing music is a, you know, all-encompassing 360 experience that the fans are all just as much of a part of as we are.